Welcome. Hello, Grand Rising. So it is another early rise. I know it's bright outside, but it's like 5 something in the morning. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be a great day. I just wanted to jump on and really say love the skin you're in. Like no preparation, no learning to embrace all that you are. Maybe you want to join me for a no makeup summer too. Trust me, I have insecurities too. Um, like I have dark circles. I know, whatever. We have pores on our face, imperfection. Imperfection, but we're perfectly imperfect, right? So I just want to say hi. I wanted you, you know, um, I feel like there is massive growth in in acceptance. Sorry, my cats are going crazy. The older you get, like I'm over 40, and so it's taken me a very long time to get to this state of self-acceptance. You know what I mean? And so it's an alchemy, it's an energy. And so I want you to feel it from me. I want you to see it from me. I want you to taste it from me so that you know that you can feel it from you. You can taste it from you. You can have it for you too. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's jump right in. Okay. Have a great one, guys. The whole point of that I was just trying to make is, as a mother, like it was very challenging raising my daughter in the generation of where everyone wants to look like someone else, and I get emotional because I'm a mother. It doesn't matter. I'm just an emotional being, okay? If you're returning, you know that about me already. And so I remember, like, I was challenged, like, when she would mention like plastic surgeries or um, changing or modifying or even um, breast reduction, like, things like that. Like, I know that that's not what people usually get, but still, sometimes when you overly develop at such a young age, um, and the attention that you get that might not be welcomed, it might cause you to have a different type of insecurity. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that it was very challenging, like to 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 break that chain of thought of body dysmorphia, when even I, like as a young child, like, insecurities about my nose, it being up and being made fun of, and or my cheek skeletor. Now look at everybody wants to be like that, like, with the cheekbones, high definition cheekbones, um, and just silly, like, things, um, boobs, butt, all these cinched waist, like, flat stomach, like um these things that do they really exist without the knife, you know? And so it's like perception is key to everything. And so I'm a big advocate on do what you want. Like I'm not against like plastic surgery, fillers, and all this other kind of work that people get done. I'm really not. What I am against in that department, I'm not against anything, but what I am is doing it with that sickness still in your mind, in your heart, in your feeling, and doing it anyways because that's not going to solve your problem. I see so many sad people who get so much work done and they're still miserable inside. They still don't feel whole. They still don't feel beautiful. They have to constantly morph their face, change their face, add more. looking like balloons. Like, I don't see how people don't see that they look like balloons. Like, it's not me being insulting. It's like, you look like a balloon. But, you know, and it's just how twisted our minds can be to accept such a reality as opposed to accepting yourself naturally, you know, and it's just as a mom, like I think my daughter's beautiful, you know, and it would break my heart if she didn't feel that way too. And I just think it's the responsibility of parents to instill in our children, you know, a true mirror. Which brings me to what we're going to talk about now. Killing off or seeing yourself in a whole new light while you work on yourself here on earth. And challenging it could be. But we got this, you know what I mean? Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, if you struggle with self-acceptance and self-love, go to the mirror. Go to your mirror and stare in you. I know. For those of you that know the mirror too, you know how trippy and scary it can be and all this other kind of stuff because it's a portal, you know what I mean? But that's not what we're doing. We're self-loving at this time. And so you're meeting yourself. You're learning to look at yourself. Like I would do that. I would stare in the mirror, like at myself and really look at myself. And so I liked what I saw. And over time, my view started to change. You know? Yeah. Okay. I disappeared for quite some time. I went somewhere else. Divine. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. It is still very early, but it's not the moment ago when I said, hold on, and hit pause. It is another time that has come to be. And here we are, though, continuing. And so for you that is here, tapped in, turned on, tuned in with I at this moment in divine right time, I welcome you here to this sacred shrine. I hope you are wonderfully well, and may you leave here greater than when you came. That is the divine alchemy for all those that tap in, turn on, tune in here with me to leave greater than when you came. I love that. All right. That is always right. And then I look down and I see, yes, victory and triumph on your heels. That is what we're talking about here. But we're walking in a dangerous line because we're still working things out every single given moment of our time. Like it is always a constant rise, wave to ride, right? While we're working on our coin, our pentacles, our wealth, our health, our stealth. It's shining, it's brightly. We got so many things that we have here that we're working on, and everything's getting clear. You are planting, the harvest is here, things are blooming. Yeah, they take time to bloom. We know this already, though. So what is the problem with accepting that? There is none, right? Like, literally, we understand shit takes time to grow. We're in the know. And so here we are, and we're watching things rise. Things take time. See, this one could be here, this one could be here, this one could be here, this one could be all the way up here. This one's like here, and this one's like here, and it's like, okay, and that one's like right here, right? And okay, we're making ourselves clear. And okay, we're building on this here. And the cup department. Love to, it can happen to you. Right? And it's also within you, and it's the balance within you, because you know I gotta intermingle that too. It's the divine masculine and feminine energies existing inside of you that is dual, that is united, that is unifying, that is intricate, that is filling, that is the rainbow delight. And granted, here we are. And also check out my Venus in retrograde videos and Venus in Leo video as well, because it still pertains, because even though Venus is retrograding and we're in the shadowy aspects of, did it already retrograde? I don't even know the date. But it's where it's here. Hi, what's the matter? You singing your song? That's what you're doing? You singing your song? Yeah, that's what happens. Okay, Ebony's singing her song. Yeah, my sweetheart singing her song. Okay, much careful. Alrighty. Right, so we're singing our songs. I like that. Right, hold on. We're singing our songs. What is your song? You're scripting your songs. You're writing your songs. You're waking up. You're journaling. You're going to bed. You're journaling. You're having a mid-thought. You're journaling. If not, then you're getting the cues that journaling is something you should be doing, because you are such a divine lotus blooming at this time. And so as you grow in your whys, it is wise to just document at this time, because your future self will thank you. You know what I mean? Sorry, this coffee is really, really hot. And we're flowing. We're flowing. It's really, really hot. Okay. Okay. And then there goes that song. That song always comes up in here. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off. So, you know, it is summertime in many places. Some places, some of you are blessed with nice weather all year through. That's good for you. But for some of us over here, we gotta wait for a couple of months, and you know, before the summertime. So summertime, right? You could be go sunbathing, you could be swimming in the ocean, you could be swimming in a pool, you can be whatever, traveling the world, but it doesn't matter, right? Because here we are, we're talking about that which we are growing, working on, and doing, right? And so the tower, okay, which goes well with this, because that is with this, we were going to talk about this, right? The dangerousness of the fetch, the mirror, the thing that must die, the transformation that needs to happen right now at this time, right? Because there's a coming to life. And the tower here, Ace of Swords, in the truth, right? So it's like knowing the truth and doing nothing about it. So the truth comes into light, like, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing, you see, because the Queen of Cups, right? It doesn't have to be a bad thing. That's the fear particle. That's what I feel like. So like here, we're gonna read this together, right? I didn't look at this yet, but I'm looking at this in my way. We'll read it from the book way, but right, because it says mirror, right? Fetch, right? Fetching the mirror, right? Dangerous territory, right? Looking in the mirror, that which needs to be transformed, united at the same time, because it's not so much that you're getting rid of something, it's you're infusing with something, new truths with old paradigms, right? And transforming into the new paradigm of whatever that's going to be for you, right? And so that's the infusion, the divine masculine, divine feminine energies with you. And in a relationship too, this is the drawing. This is also if you are single, if you are celibate, if you are abstinent, this is you having options too, right? This is having options in love and maybe even meeting someone new. Yeah, I believe that that can happen to you. Who, me? Yeah, you, because you over here, right? Whether you're male or female, you are this divine embodiment, look, mirroring to the world that which they love to see. So your energy is drawing in, right? You're like the sea. You are the mother divine, the ocean, the earth, mother earth, right? The ocean too. So it's like people feel good in your presence, right? And so it feels good to feel, right? Like the very thing that those, right? The muse of all muse, watch all my videos because then you'll know my references when I say stuff or whatever and things like that. And if not, then that's on you. You don't have to. But I'm just telling you the truth, right? It's a sword style, right? But either way, we're the muse of all muse. I'm the muse of all muses, right? And then you have that spiritual warfare aspect, right? Where you're the muse of all muses. It's just like I forgot the name of that god, but it was the guru of the demons. I forgot the name, but it's in one of the videos that I was talking about. We read about it. This is chupacabra, but it's not chupacabra. It's just I'm being funny now. But yeah, that one, right? Yeah, like it's like you inspire so many, but then you got that flip side of the coin of that, the envy, the jealousy, the spiritual warfare, the people wanting to sip from your freaking ocean, but they don't want you to be the ocean. They don't want you to have the ocean, and they don't want anybody else to know about the ocean, but they want to take from your ocean. Like, you get what I mean? Like, they want to live in your ocean, like not realizing, yo, it's my motherfucking ocean. What are you talking about? Right? Like, dude, you're visiting in here. You should show some fucking respect, right? Like, right? So it's like the gods on earth walking, right? The giants have spoken, right? And those that have awoken are just potent. They're potent in your truth, right? Potent in your truth. And so you got this happily ever after, this whole entire creation, but it's coming from dark waters, dark, murky waters, because that's just the way it is, right? That's just the way it is. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, because you got this old side of you meeting this new side of you. And it might be scary too, right? So it's like it looks scary because it's like a haunting. It's like the old me versus the new me, but I'm somewhere in between, right? So it's like, okay, I'm somewhere in between, but what does it all mean, right? Yes, right? What does it all mean, right? Yes. This is a time for enjoying achievements, rewards, and prosperity. The situation develops calmly and allows you to appreciate your happiness. It gently transforms the situation so that you're given an ideal frame of mind, a necessity for any truth, any and all truth. Yes. Yes, any and all truths, right? Let's read this one. Let's read this one. Good rising. I hope you are wonderful. I hope you are feeling good. And if you are, let's shake it off. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You are powerful. I am powerful. Say that, right? I am powerful. I am powerfully lit, guided, and protected, right? I stand in my truth. I stand in my power. I am unwavering, right? I am strong. I am creative. I am bright. I am the light. I am authentic, and I am real. I am motherfudging real, right? So here we go. Okay. Well, it's 37. You could be 37 years old, could have been born in 1973, could be a life path number 3, life path number 7. You don't have to be, right? You could have been born in 1977 as well, right? You could be a water sign, you could be an earth sign, or you could have these signs in your chart. You could be a Scorpio as well, right? Well, I said water, right? So you could be a water. Okay, yeah, right? Okay. There are different parts of yourself that can do different tasks. Look for the real self within the shadow. What you see in the mirror may not always be true. Society can sometimes dictate what your appearance should be to fit societal norms. What? Discard this ideal if it doesn't fit or benefit you. Didn't I say something earlier? I did a facial, right? I did a facial. I was talking on camera, right? Yeah, I was. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and talking about like, this raising a child in this world that has body dysmorphia, right? But anyway, okay. Duality of this card is about reflection and reality. When I was a child, my grandmother, who still carried with her the stories of Ireland, told me about a fetch that had appeared to someone the family knew. A fetch. A fetch in the Irish tradition is the unlikely appearance of someone's exact double. Ooh. We often now refer to someone who looks like someone else as a doppelganger, which is, of course, the German term for a double. Apparently, a girl was out walking early one morning in her town and was astounded to meet another girl who looked exactly like her. I just got a whole other visual, right? The whole other visual is of the people that want to be exactly like you, right? And they want to kill you off, right? And I'm sorry to say it like that, but it is what it is. But like, not even, it's just an energy, it's just in like drain, it's just like that vampire succubi, right? The parasite that doesn't fucking, like the leech that leeches on, and they just want to consume you. So you might have people that are obsessed with you, and I'm serious. It's coming into my mind, and it's here because of a personal experience, and also because I just feel it, right? So for those of you, you get people like obsessed with your energy, and a lot of them too deny it to themselves because they live that delusion, right? And so it's like in secret too. So it's just like a consummation, right? And then you might meet new energies too of people that might be in this type of energy for themselves, right? And they look to you for that comfort, but without doing the work that is required within, right? As within exudes on out. And people don't want to feel these kind of things, so they choose to go a different route. And so here you are at that place because you've gone the path, you walked the fucking path, you did what you had to do, you went in for your win, right? And because they see you there, they're like, I want that. I want to be where you are. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, that type of shit, right? But it's more like the Ursula bitch, right? Where it's you poor unfortunate souls in pain. I don't know the words, but so I help them. Yes, I do. You poor unfortunate souls. Right? You never see it coming. But you get it, right? It's like, it's more like that, right? They want to steal your voice. They want to activate it in their body, right? But anyways, this is not about that. The card, I'm just sharing what the flashes that come through. And so it's going to be for whomever it is for. Remember, this is entertainment for your evolutionary entertainment. Take what that it is, that it will be, whether it be in metaphor, analogy, or, just for perceptual expansion and evolution to exist within your whole entire existence. This is the quantum leap of, right? Quantum psychic physics. What I said this all was, this is expansiveness, right? This is the mushroom hit, right? Swallow, baby, swallow every gulp of it. Ay, okay, but Enough about them witches, right? They're out in their ditches, so leave them to be, right? Just be aware of the energy and stuff like that, of those type of energies, because they don't really have power over you. Period. You know, that's all illusion. You know, the more you know, the better you do, and the best you become, and you shut that shit down. Shut that shit down. Shut that shit down and giggle and wiggle and walk away. Go be a mermaid. Or merman, you know, or whatever you want to be. Because I don't want to be, I don't want to exclude the men, you know, even though I speak to everybody, you know, all whatever, you know, but all elements. I speak to all elemental, all earthly, all spiritual beings, period. Right? But you know, I am a female in this avatar, right? So in this avatar, I'm just speaking the way that I speak. Like, I don't mean to exclude anybody. It's like you take it and you make it fit for you in terms of like he, she, me, that type of reference. Like, you know, oh no, when I reference a sign and be like, oh, that's this person in your life. Like, that's for you to do. That ain't my fucking job. Like, unless you book me for like a reading and all this kind of other kind of stuff where I'm now all exclusive to just as you and I, then that's different. But here I'm gonna speak in the comfortability of my own language, not to be like, oh, like overly managing. I gotta be careful with what I say. No. If you too sensitive and gonna take shit up the butt and personalize every motherfucking thing a stranger says, or a person that has their own YouTube channel that you come to watch, then you got other issues that you need to really go check. And maybe you shouldn't be watching anything external outside from you until you figure out what's inside of you, because you might be easily influenced. And so that's not a good space to be, because anybody could come and take fucking advantage of you too, and you're easily volatile. And so if you're easily volatile like that, you'll limit the amount of time you spend on the fucking internet, because other people triggering you from the internet, now that's a whole other ball game. That's like, whoa. Maybe you should sit down and talk to somebody qualified to help you through that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sipping my coffee. Give me a second. It's sad that we have to say these things and be so clarificational. Makeup words, I know, but it's for my clarification. Okay, because yo, it be like that. People have the audacity to get offended by, am I talking specifically to you? When I'm in your face and I say your name and I'm talking to you and it's directed to you, then feel offended. But if the shoe fits, baby, that is on you. That is on you. That is on you. Don't let people, for real, for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, don't let people gaslight you. And don't let people make you feel like you offending them. Like, how the fuck my existence is offending you? Like, what is your problem? Go see a therapist, please. Because you're just tainting the world with your sourpussness and your crab in a bucket type of lifestyle. That shit is not healthy for you or healthy for the people around you. And I feel sorry for the people around you that got to deal with your fucking nonsense. So before you have to send more people to go see a fucking therapist, go help yourself. Sometimes it gotta be like that. I used to, like, you know, like I would feel bad like having to say something like that to somebody, right? Like to their face and stuff like that. But they bring it upon themselves. Like, what? They're gonna go and they're gonna continue to let everybody be miserable about. Why does people gotta be like these Debbie Downers? And why do people gotta ruin everybody else's fucking time or existence when you could just go fix yourself? Like, go choose to do that. But you know what you learn in this lifetime is that there are energies in this world, that is their evolution, and that is the plan, that is the alignment that they choose to be on. That is not your fucking problem. Your journey, your karma is to learn to absolve yourself from situations like that in a way that is peaceful and harmonized for you. right? Part of the karma is the entanglement that we continue to have with these energies that are here to teach us a fucking lesson. And the more that you keep on entangling yourself with these fucking kind of energies that are not going to change. And if they do, great, but that is not your responsibility. Because if not, they're going to continue to be that ball and chain, that hook and dagger, and that fucking sword that keeps stabbing you in the fucking back and decapitating your fucking head and lighting you the fuck on fire every chance that they fucking get, every chance that they get, until you get that that's just the way it is. And so now it's like, okay, I don't see you for the potential that you can be. I see you for what the fuck and who the fuck you are. And if you bring it to the point that I got to be a little bit more stern with you in your life, you brought it upon yourself, because you know why? I'm a giddy, good motherfucking person. And every fucking day I come in with good cheer, joy. And if you brought it here to the sternness that you will receive and you're going to take it personally from me, that's not my fucking problem. Because even when I speak sternly, I'm still being respectful. I'm not insulting you. I'm just setting my boundary in line. And for those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in, maybe that's what the fuck you need to do to certain people in your life. Set that boundary in line, no matter who the fuck they think they are for you in your life. Real talk. Sorry. But it really be like that. And they have the audacity to be like, oh, it's you. Nah, it's you, my friend. It's you. I had that too. Like the ex-best friend and all that shit. Like she went on a fucking smear campaign. Smear campaign. Smear campaign. To try to cover her fucking nasty husband's tracks. Because of the reflection of his behavior and how that fucking would look on her, because she was still choosing to be with a person like that. So it be like that. It really be like that. So you have to be careful with the type of energies you allow to be around you, because not everybody deserves to be in your fucking presence. And if you have a social media business or platform, or you know, you're your own social media kind of star, let them watch you that way, because that's all they can fucking do. Right. Let's finish reading this card. We often now refer to someone who looks like someone else as a doppelganger, which is of course the German term for double. Apparently, a girl was out walking early one morning in her town and was astounded to meet another girl who looked exactly like her. This other girl had an excuse for being there and said she was from another city, and just as amazed to see her double as the girl from the town. The first girl invited the second to have dinner with her family that night. She wanted to show this mystery girl to her family, knowing they would be amazed. She shared her address and gave her a time, and they agreed to meet. When the girl returned home to get ready for work, she told her mother about what she had seen. Her mother, knowing the lore of the fetch, was of course very afraid. She begged the young woman not to go to work because she feared for her, and explained that this person she had met, who was a mirror image of her, may well be the warning of her own death. The young woman laughed about this and told her mother to expect this other young woman at dinner time. Neither would make it to dinner. The young woman inexplicably collapsed on her way home and passed away. Her mirror image did not show at the home neither. According to my gran and most of the Irish stories, fetches are not in themselves harmful, but a premonition of what is to come. They are spectral versions of the self, a kind of alter ego, if you like, or an extension of the soul. Irish mythos states that seeing a fetch in the morning means death, but seeing one at the end of the day means a long life ahead. In Irish mythos, and also in the Norse, an alter ego who looks like the person but is not, or an animal that one shapeshifts into, is a way to connect with the gods and listen to what they have to say. The idea of a double or another part of the self that has different jobs or tasks is not unusual in these traditions. We are not what the mirrors see. We are so much more than that, right? So, and it's associated with the pyrite crystal, right? So, right. So I just feel like there's a lot of that, right? Like of that mimic, that double, right? That is going on, right? In this world, people pretending like, and there's something coming. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you can see that. I got my hair everywhere too. Sorry. Right. So there's a tower hitting. Right. There's a tower hitting. There's a tower hitting. And it's gonna be beneficial too. 5, 6, 7, 7 of wands, a duel too, right? I'm sorry, it's just being a funny person. Um, right, some kind of duel, right? But right, because look at so the tower that hits this thing that is this duel, this fight, right? The spiritual warfare. That's what I'm getting about this, right? It's just like, and don't project on out because the spiritual warfare could be internal, right? Because this is gonna be different for everybody. Remember, I like to use color, which is why I use tarot and oracles and stuff like that. Like, but we're just conveying, like, this is quantum psychic physics, like we said, right? And so this is for the expansion of the mind. This could be the battle internally, like to do what is right inside of you, the constant arguing, the constant battle, the constant not feeling like yourself, constant like, who am I type of thing, this identity, right? This persona, this character, your characteristics, this inner conflict that can be so fucked up, right? That it can leave you feeling a certain type of way. 7, right? You could have been born in 1975, right? You could be 57 years old. You could have been born in 1975. I said that right. 1957 too. Whatever, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, which equals 3. So yeah, it's about finding that holy trinity, right? So this too, right? Granted, it could be conflict with others outside, but like what I'm really getting is the internal battle, right? This internal conflict, right? Learning to find that peace inside, right? Your truest identity, your truest authentic self, right? Not this double version that comes from a conditioning that doesn't serve you. So it's the releasing of all that doesn't serve that might be the hardest thing to fucking do. It could be even forgiveness, right? So it's the conflict of heart and mind, conflict of doing what's right and holding on to what is wrong, like, and singing that same old fucking song and like battling it out internally. And it's just like duel to the death, like to the death of you, right? Like, so who will emerge from this duel? Who will emerge from this duel, right? The old you from the new you, from the present you, right? There has to be a holy trinity in that. The old you, the new you, but from the present you. Who's winning this duel and what does that look like? Because what you got waiting for you looks pretty fucking good on the other side, right? But you got to get out, right? The Hierophant, right? You got to get into this spiritual mastery, this Merkaba energy, this spiritual hierarchy in your own evolution, the discipline that it takes, the dedication that it takes, right? For you to really end what does not serve you. And granted, it hurts, right? Sometimes, like, we gotta forgive motherfuckers that were never fucking sorry. But you can't keep playing that old narrative in your mind. You can't keep saying that same fucking story. Like, how long will you be that story? I remember I wanted I got tired of being introduced as the girl that her mother passed away. I want a different narrative. I remember that was like, I'm tired of being introduced, like, because every time like an adult will come near me, they're like, oh, come here, pobrecita, like, you know, because my mother died. Like, I want to change that narrative. I want to stop being that sorry girl, right? So it's something like that. You know, you got to change the narrative. No, you will not introduce me as the girl that her mother fucking died. My name is Jennifer. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's like what narrative needs to die? Look at strength, roar, Leo season. Give me more for my roar. Let your lion roar. Let your lion roar. Let your intuition soar. Trust and believe that the mirror that you see is everything that you need to be. Passionate and bright with all your might, setting your soars high, because you can be anywhere you want to be. You can go anywhere you want to go. You can grow any way you want to grow. So now you know, because the things you sow, right? You're letting go. You're letting go, and now you know, for the passage of time is infinite and wise, and you're going in the correct alignment. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, and the passageways open. And that's what I got for you guys. Till next time, thank you so much. You can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only. You could also follow my second YouTube channel, which is Mystic Muse Vlog. All the information is going to be in the description box below, so make sure to check that to see how we can connect more. On Instagram, you can follow, and you could also subscribe. Those are two different options, so both, go check out both and see. One is free. You could also go to Blogger, Enchanting Babble on Blogger, enchantingbabble.blogspot.com. And you could also still go to my website at witchyutopian.com. This is the last year with witchyutopian.com that you have, but there'll be other ways for you to connect with me. Everything, like I said, is in the description box below. It's a transitionary period, right? For newness, right? We're blooming this. So bloom this, right? You can do this, right? We can do this. So thank you so much, like I said, for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I. If you liked this video, please like this video. If you didn't like this video, then dislike this video, but do something when you watch this video, like share and spread and bloom your karma wise as well. It helps me at this time too. We're in it together, like, you know what I'm saying? So either way, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Oh, we could do this. All right, ask a yes or no question that you want to know. Ask a yes or no question that you want to know. Ask a yes or no question that you want to know. I'm giving you the time. If you need to pause this so you get your yes or no question, right? All right, ask your yes or no question. Are you ready? Okay. No. The cello of wish fulfillment plays melodically but loudly. This is in order to call forth the necessary information and resources you so promptly require. The music of fabulous happiness lifts your soul, and since music is the cinema of the soul, expect miracles to happen everywhere. Okay, there you go. Till next time. Bye.